Whatever, however you feel.
Let's try sitting up straight.
Yeah.
Start with.
Okay. Hi, we have Elizabeth here, and Elizabeth has got Parkinson's 6 years now.
No, longer than that.
Longer. How long have you got, Elizabeth?
10 years.
Oh,
10 years. 10 years since diagnosis,
Ah,
and I had it a couple of years before that.
Okay, so we'll go 12 years, maybe 12 years.
12 years.
So Elizabeth would suffer with dyskinesia, and her muscles would be sore. And earlier on, you were in quite a state of it, weren't you? And you would suffer with sore muscles. So
Shall I tell you?
Yeah.
Shall I do the narrative?
There you go.
Because I was all right to start with. I thought, oh, this is okay. They've given me something that helps my handwriting, which was the first problem that I had. My handwriting became small and crabby because my elbow wasn't moving to the right properly. It was reluctant to move. But then about a year after I retired at age 60, in other words when I was 61, I got the most horrendous pains around my waist. It was like someone tightening a metal belt around me. And I said to the specialist, the neurologist, and he said, oh no, you wouldn't get that sort of pain with Parkinson's. But when I saw him the next time, he said he realised that I was suffering from an unusual symptom, but it was almost certainly Parkinson's. I couldn't control my waist, so I was over like this, which is why I was getting all the pain. And he put me on Cinemet, which is a levodopa preparation, a standard preparation for Parkinson's, and within 3 days I could feel myself able to straighten up. My right hand became stronger again. It had got very weak. But the important thing was that I was able to stand up straight. But unfortunately I couldn't do this on a permanent basis, or I could do it in the mornings, but it would wear out. So I've been left with an overgrown muscle on the right hand side of my spine at my back, and sometimes I do still get the pain in the middle around my waist, but it's nothing like it was. But after you've taken levodopa medicines for a number of years, if you're unlucky, and I am unlucky in this, you start getting dyskinesia, which is actually caused by the medication, not by the original disease. But it's as much a nuisance as the original disease, because I can't stop myself from rocking. If I start getting... I went to a concert the other night. It was beautiful. The music was beautiful. And it sent me, and every time the music went up, my head went up. And when the music stopped with a dramatic rest, I stopped too, until the music started again. And because for me, music is connected to my brain. And I always did have a connection, a strong connection between music that I'm enjoying and a sort of physical enjoyment. But unfortunately, it brings on this dyskinesia. I was being a bit of a nuisance to other people in the audience, so I actually went and sat in a side aisle where I could hear and see to some extent, but wouldn't be annoying people quite so much. Because I thought if I had me in front of me, going like this and throwing her arms around at times, I would find that very distressing.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure people will understand.
I'm sure they do understand, but it's still irritating.
Yeah, you'd be very self-conscious of it. I would be. Yeah. But I think people are generally kind and sympathetic towards that, you know.
Yes, people are actually in general very good to me.
Yeah, but that's the way it should be, you know. So,
but you were going to show me how this massage
just with the massage, So we're just doing it very lightly, no pressure.
No.
So just rocking it over from side to side.
My mother would have liked this. She used to get tension in her neck. And it would give her a kind of headache. and she used to say, "Come and tap me," and I used to have to rub her shoulders round where you are now, and that would help the pain.
Mm. And how does this feel for you, Elizabeth?
Lovely.
Yeah.
Mm.
So a lot of people would know Smovey as a exercise and wellness tool that was developed by Salzhans, who is an Austrian tennis player who has Parkinson's himself. And a lot of people would just see it as a physical tool where to do exercise, but it's actually a wonderful massage tool as well.
Actually.
So you can get release from that, can't you?
That's right.
So just by doing this, and there's no pressure, I'm literally just gliding it along the body, very softly. And I can feel how you're relaxing from that. I can feel how you're relaxing from that. So it's like it takes the pressure off, isn't it?
It's nice when you come up onto that overgrown bit there.
So obviously you can't do this to yourself, so you do need
someone to do it.
Somebody to do it. But I have a lot of people, you know, if they don't have a partner, they buddy up with a friend or a neighbour or a family member would come around and do it. And what's nice then, if they give it to you, you give it back to them. And even the person who's giving the massage benefits from it as well.
Yes.
Because while I'm doing this, the vibrations are going through my hands. But how you can do it yourself is by massaging your tummy. So, Elizabeth, if I give that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you just massage your tummy with it yourself, just go to. Yeah.
I've got it there. That's better.
Yeah, yeah. So you can nearly tell by the sound of it. So the 4 balls that's inside it, it's rocking from side to side. So you're moving the Smovey, not yourself with the Smovey. You're moving the Smovey, and the balls are going in. So the vibrations are going in through your tummy, and the vibrations travel around the body. It's not just on the specific area.
No.
The vibrations will travel around. So this is activating the reflex zones, or sorry, not the vagus nerve. So the reflex zones in the palm of your hand are being activated. So you can feel the vibrations travelling up your arm while you're doing that.
Yes.
And also the vibrations are going directly into Elizabeth's tummy where the vagus nerve comes. The vagus nerve is the longest nerve in the body, called the wandering nerve, and it starts in the brain and works all the way down. And it's a 2-pronged effect. So our body, especially people with chronic illnesses, it's either in fight or flight or rest and repair. So Elizabeth's body would be very much in a fight or flight mode, so would find it hard to relax and bring herself into a rest or repair. So by Elizabeth doing this to herself, she's calming her body down. The vibrations are going into the central nervous system. So you can see here how much Elizabeth has actually calmed down since we started this 5 minutes ago. So this clearly demonstrates how the vibrations are so good for the body. And how do you feel, Elizabeth, since we started it?
Fine, quite calm.
Yeah.
I'm actually remembering that there are times when I get a pain with the dyskinesia, and it's down here, and it's rather like a period pain, and it's tension. And I believe that if I did this when I get that, I probably would relieve it. Oh, but I haven't got it at the moment, so I can't try it.
Yeah, well, you can try them with your own Smoothies when you get that pain.
Yes.
But, you know, as we were talking about earlier, it is a tool that was invented by a man with Parkinson's, but it's not just for Parkinson's. No. And I actually have a lot of women who would suffer very much so from period pain and cramps and irritable bowel syndrome and all that. So by the vibrations going to your tummy,
Yeah.
it literally unblocks, it takes
Well, I'm
the pain
going to
away.
try it next time I get that.
Yeah, excellent. And I'd be delighted to see how you get on with that,
Yeah,
Elizabeth.
I'll let you know.
Great. So
Okay.
thank you very much indeed. And thank you, Elizabeth.